9:20. Today is Monday, as we always shoot now on Mondays.
Man, fuck that, man. Let's go right into the green mark.
He's the new cowboy, keyboard cowboy.
Keyboard Cowboys are back, and this guy, the green mark, is our new nemesis, okay? We're going to start right out of the bat, right out of fucking,
He's a donkey.
Yeah, he's a donkey, dude. Would you guys like to hear some of the shit he's read? I don't give a shit. I'm going to read it anyway. I would like George and Kevin to step aside and allow someone who understands mixed martial art to make predictions and review events.
So this guy, you work for who again? Okay.
Maybe they could also get a hockey expert to talk about the NHL.
Who watches that shit?
I'd rather hear about my beloved Toronto Maple Leafs.
What the fuck is a Toronto Maple Leaf?
That's what I think about the Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay? Then stupid college football and the crappy, he said college football is boring and then the NFL is crappy, no one gives a fuck.
Okay.
Does this guy, I mean, does he have a penis? He demands fucking respect. Look at this shit.
Yeah, he can do that. The customer's always right. Yeah.
And he said, hold on. I demand respect and I don't feel like I'm getting any from Kevin and George. I'm important because the customer's always right. The customer. What is this motherfucker paying for? Because I would like to get the check.
He went in there and gave the excerpt from Wikipedia about what a customer is.
When George came back at him and said, look, man, you ain't paying for shit, so you're not a fucking customer. This guy said, fuck it, and took it to another level. Now, what does he write?
Okay, smarty pants. Here's an excerpt from Wikipedia on the word customer. In certain contexts, the term customer also includes, by extension, any entity that uses it. I don't care.
That's right.
Fuck off.
Because that, I will be wiping my ass with later.
So here it is. You're the big MMA expert. Let's see what you think. Yep, no one cares.
Okay.
As for getting us fired, go get your own camera. Go host your own show. You probably don't have any friends to shoot a show with, so go sit in your basement with your one little light bulb hanging down and your 19 computers and your gay porn here, your animated porn here, your World of Warcraft here, and your box of lube and lotion, and have a nice evening.
And we will rape your comment board like you do ours. And on that note, let's move on to MMA. Speaking of getting raped, Chael Sonnen's about getting ready to get ass raped.
Here's the other thing. We don't really care. We're not that upset. We're just doing it because it makes the show fun.
It does.
And for all you people out there who want to hear why we picked James Toney, why not? Mm-hmm. Did anyone literally think James Toney was going to win? No. And yes, we can say this after the fight, but in reality, if I went to go bet money, I wouldn't have bet on James Toney's fat ass.
No.
So there's your view of UFC 118.
But because everybody worries about this, I honestly, this week, seriously, because we're on MMA right now, I'm going to tell everybody what I truly think my predictions for UFC 119, for the main cards, on the main card, not the preliminary and all that other Spike TV shit, okay?
You know what I find most interesting about UFC 119? For you people out there who followed MMA for a while and paid attention to Pride and all that, Mark Hunt, who's fought Wanderlei Silva, who's fought Fedor, is the first fight of the night on the prelims. He doesn't even get like the last fight on TV.
Yeah.
I find that interesting.
Sucks for him.
He must be struggling for that.
Dough.
Yeah. Anyways, I'd like to see him win. But
now, the MMA world and the UFC has a problem. Yeah, they have a problem. They have a problem. They have a problem, the same one that MLB is dealing with right now.
And you people might think it's Chael Sonnen's mouth. No, it's his ass and everything he's injecting into it because somebody failed a drug test.
Because after all those famous quotes that Chael Sonnen has said, he should have been like, why didn't I take some water, some fast-acting steroids or some type of growth hormone that wasn't going to get detected? Because he failed the PED test. And now you've got two.
Well, Shane Carwin's somewhat involved, but no one really knows. Was he? Is he not? He'd never failed a drug test.
I got a gun to your head. Is Shane Carwin jacked up on shit?
Yes.
Okay.
But, I mean, you'd look at Brock Lesnar, you'd look at GSP. You got to start. But as long as they pass their drug test, here's someone who really didn't. I mean, he didn't. He didn't pass the drug test.
No.
Now, here's my question. If you're Dana White, do you hold on to Sonnen?
I let him go.
I let him go, too.
I let him go.
You can't
just
let those
there's
guys.
Too much bullshit with it right now,
Let
man.
Strikeforce take him.
Yeah, man. I mean, you guys got to know how to learn your drugs. I mean, learn how to take their fucking drugs. They're taking drugs. I mean, anybody in sports, mainstream sports, are finding a way to take drugs, and they're always ahead of the system and everything, and they're taking water-based drugs, and they're taking growth hormone, because they still don't have a fucking test to detect that shit. You can believe that shit.
I think they're going to have one for the next Olympics, but don't
They're going to try. Yeah. The next Olympics is how far away? 2 years?
Yeah, it ain't that far. Mm-hmm. Not for these chemists.
You have a 9-inch dick by then.
Who says I don't?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know anything about that. UFC 119.
Main card.
Okay.
First fight of the night is going to be Melvin Gillard versus Jeremy Stevens. Mr. Gillard has changed his game up. He's become, I think, a more patient fighter. He's very young.
Yeah.
He got at this young, and that's who my money's on.
Yeah, I got Melvin Gillard too. So guys, put that down. Kevin George had Melvin Gillard. Second fight is going to be Sean Shirk versus Evan Dunham. Now, Sean Shirk is
Has
a
the
bad
arms of a
motherfucker.
T-Rex.
He does. His arms are short as shit. He's got alligator arms, but he has got an impressive MMA record. Being 37 years old, only having 4 losses, and the 4 losses coming by either a champion or a former UFC champion. You got to give it to the man. With all that being said, I think Evan Dunham's going to beat him.
Yeah. Now, Matt the Terra Serra. I'm surprised,
Yes.
honestly, the UFC's still hanging on to you. I think this might be his swan song. If Matt Serra does not knock out Chris Lytle, I think they're going to send him a packing.
Right. Now, I agree with George 100%, but I think Chris Lytle's going to be like, no, you don't. So, we got Chris. Who do you have?
I'll go with Lytle.
I got Lytle, too. So, we got Lytle, we got Dunham, and we got Gillard. Okay, and what about Nog versus Bader?
Undefeated Ryan Bader. Now, I noticed Greenmark finally got off his little high horse and made a pick, and he actually had, I think, Ryan Bader winning this fight in the second round.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, he knows his shit then.
Well,
I'm going to give him credit where credit's due. Except he said he was going to get some beers and some weed and come over to the house and film us. I ain't seen no weed, I ain't seen no beers and none of
I
that
didn't even see
shit.
a plane ticket.
Yeah.
You can stay at my house. I got
What's up
room
with
on the
that shit,
couch.
Greenmark? What the fuck? Okay. Now, so I got Bader. Who do you have?
I'll go with Bader.
Okay, let's go with Bader. Headliner main event, Frank Mir versus Crow Cop.
Now, Crow Cop's going into this with an eye injury. He's going to be evaluated again before the fight. He might be fighting. He might not be fighting.
See? That's what's going to happen to that nigga. You didn't even see that coming. You think he's going to see that shit coming?
Dude, I don't think Crow Cop's going to win this, but I would love to watch him kick Frank Mir's head completely off his shoulder.
So would I.
I can't
So would
stand
I.
Frank Mir.
Yeah, Frank Mir's fine.
So if I'm betting money, yes, I'm going with Frank Mir.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
the non-betting part of me wants to watch Crow Cop dislocate that man's head from his neck.
You guys have to understand that sometimes we just say shit just hoping that it will happen. Like, you know, yeah, if I was in Vegas, I was putting my money down on the fight, I said, put my money on Frank Mir. If I said, really what I want to see, I like to see Crow Cop soccer ball the shit out of his head.
No, I would too.
That shit would be good.
I mean, think about it. If you
Knock
got
that shit
3 to
clean
1
off.
odds,
Like a T-ball stand.
and you put $10 down on fucking Crow Cop to win, and you got 30 back, but if you put 30 down on fucking Frank Mir and all you got was 35 back,
Yeah, that ain't shit.
why not? I mean, anyway, that's UFC 119 in a nutshell.
Yes, now we're going to move on to college football, okay?
You sure we should talk about this? Because it's awfully boring. It's so boring. One of the coaches won a game by fake field goal, and the bastard fell over with a heart attack.
I mean, I don't see how boring and heart attack goes. You know, Greenmark, this is what we're talking about. You're saying this sport is boring, but meanwhile, a coach had a fucking heart attack because he was so excited about
We're
his team
talking
winning.
about the head coach of Michigan State, who managed to pull a fake field goal off in the second overtime to beat Notre Dame.
That shit was nuts. That's just
Hats
mad.
off to
I'm gonna
you.
give, hey man, we got wherever you are. If you're still in your hospital bed or you're sitting at home chilling
we
out,
wish
eating
you
ice
and your
cream
family the
sandwiches.
best.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you and your family the best, man.
We're
That
not
was some good ass
dickhead,
shit.
that
No,
big of a dickhead, but
we look good for you.
the only other big thing is Mark Ingram came back for Alabama and lit Duke. Yes, they lit Duke up, but I mean, he had 150 yards by the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, I think everything in the top 10 pretty much stayed the same.
Yeah.
I think Iowa lost.
Yeah, they lost to Arizona.
Yeah, I think they were the
State
only
on last
person.
drive.
The top 6, top 7 teams basically
It's
routed
still
everybody.
early in college. It's week 3.
We're no
So-
conference games yet,
No.
so. Now, what the fuck is going on with all these fucking agents down south?
They don't care. And here's what I don't understand. Here are these college kids get talked to by fucking Slick Joe Willie in the Ferrari. He goes, hey man,
Who's Slick Joe Willie?
That's some greasy ass, grimy, nasty
Eat that
agent.
Bojangles.
Well,
That's some good ass shit though, I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, look at North Carolina. The first game of the season, their entire secondary's gone.
Done.
Their defensive tackle is talking to the district attorney about this agent. What's going to happen to the sports agent? Nothing. What's going to happen to this kid? He misses 4 games.
Yeah.
And now NFL teams are actually looking at your personal integrity.
Right.
And I mean, are you swayed by things like somebody throwing your girl a Louis Vuitton purse and a $10,000 watch that you took pictures of and put on Facebook? You dumb motherfucker.
Who does that shit?
Jesus.
They're saying that Charles Barkley said, yeah, you know what? I think we should just pay the athletes up front. And you know what? These college athletes are making these universities an incredible amount of money.
$1,000 a month.
But they're also getting free education, which costs a whole lot of money. You know why? Because I just wrote a college check out, bitches. What? Why are you looking at me like that, man?
How many of these motherfuckers graduate?
I don't know.
Yeah. How many of them? How many of
It
them?
depends what university. If they go to like Notre Dame,
We won't look at it
it
university
doesn't really
by
matter because
university.
they had a
They
fake
stink.
field goal. Okay, so
That's college football. College football is early on. Nothing real big's going on. So
Now, moving on to the more exciting football, but which really is crappy. At least we have to tell you exactly. The green mark says the NFL is crap. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm telling you, man. He doesn't have a penis.
I think we should be done talking about him.
Okay.
This is ruining our show.
All right.
No more.
The NFL, the National Football League.
Darrelle Revis goes down with the hamstring after Moss, as it's all been called now, almost Mosses him. He runs by, catches it one-handed. And who does he get to cover him after that? Rogers Cromartie. Cromartie's bigger, faster, and stronger than Revis, whether you want to believe that or not. I don't care, but he is.
Yep.
And he shut Moss down.
Mm-hmm.
So the Jets win, because Sanchez played a hell of a game.
28-14.
How
They
you
look
like
good.
them
I would have never thought that, but I like that. Now, there's
How about
other.
them Cowboys?
And how about them Vikings?
Yeah, you bitch-ass faggots.
You know, hey,
0-2.
0-2. Both these teams 0-2. Both of them front runners. I think even the ESPN rankings had both these teams in the top 5 at the beginning of the season. Brett Favre is struggling again. He's got 3 INTs yesterday. They better make a deal to get Vincent Jackson.
Does that make Chicago 2-0?
Chicago's 2-0, son.
They beat
And you know what?
Minnesota.
You know who I got? Jay Cutler.
He was some cut last year. Just ask him.
But Javid Best, Jordy, career game, 41 fantasy.
Yeah, because he played against the worst defense in the NFL.
Why you gotta leave me hanging?
Because that's my defense. Eat a dick.
Dude, I fuck people up in fantasy again this week. I'm 2-0, son.
I'm
And
up
you know
by,
what? That's the computer picking my shit while I was like this on the couch.
I'm up by 40 points.
Oh
and
shit, the
Breeze
draft
is
going
me.
on. So now, Cowboys Vikes are 0-2.
And the Redskins are 1-1.
The Redskins blow leads quicker than a male virgin blows nuts. How about that? You think that one work? Dude.
I felt bad for you guys.
Yeah, I did
I mean,
too,
you
Jordan.
stuffed the run. You kept my boy Arian down.
Yeah.
All first half. I was like, all right, let's go eat because there's no point in watching this anymore. I got to the place we were going to eat. I looked up. I was like,
Wow.
overtime.
It just, man, everything just fell. The Redskins just, you know what? Matt Schwab had a franchise.
Shorty, Matt who?
I'm sorry, I fucked up.
Matt Schwab? The man ain't a bank. He ain't no financial investor. It's
He's
Schwab.
taking out some fucking withdrawals against the Redskins secondary.
Large ones. About 50 yards a pop.
459
What did you
yards
say about
passing.
that dude from Hawaii? That remember?
That ball I can throw.
Show did. 495 yards.
Whatever. It was a franchise record because the Redskins, and I said this last week, the Redskins, if they could not cover Andre Johnson, it was going to be an issue. They had the same problem with Miles Austin. If they don't get D'Angelo Hall straight out and say, you know what, I can fix the Redskins' problems. I need to cover all the good guys one-on-one. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. I believe him because he's a corner. He's a cover corner, and I think he would shut him down to some degree.
What are you going to do with the rest of the people?
I don't know.
Because that other dude, Rex Walters, Rex something.
Terrible, son.
He tore y'all up.
Now, we got a game tonight. Saints versus the Giants. I mean, the fucking 49ers. I'm all fucked up here. Who do you
Well,
got?
speaking of the Giants, did anyone catch that game?
The Manning Bowl. It wasn't much of a bowl.
Jacobs throws his helmet 10 rows up.
Yeah.
My helmet.
Look,
Don't touch my helmet.
That's
No.
like, this is how the fucking guy is. Okay?
Yeah.
The guy caught the helmet because Jacobs threw the helmet, chin rose up. And the guy got the helmet. It's like, look, the motherfucker almost crushed me with the helmet. I'm getting the helmet. So security came up and says, come on, give us back the helmet.
No.
He's like this. He's like, give us the helmet, motherfucker.
No.
You give us the helmet. Nigga,
Mine.
I'll tase you. Give us the helmet.
Don't tase me,
The guy's
bro.
like this.
It's
right.
Go watch the video, dude.
Yes, it's good.
Awesome.
It's really good.
And anyways, watch our video. Tell your friends about our video. Oh, and by the way, we're famous in Mexico.
Yeah, man. The station that employs Inez fans ran our video on TV Azteca.
But they call us a weird show.
Well, they said weird internet shows.
Yeah.
Weird internet shows. But they should, you know what? They had our shit in subtitles, man.
And supposedly we were on the front page of YouTube.
We were.